Qin Shi Huang's tomb, hidden near the famous Terracotta Army, has been wrapped in mystery for over 2,000 years. This ancient burial site has stayed untouched, guarded by an elaborate army and tricky traps. But new technology has recently uncovered startling and possibly dangerous secrets, sending shockwaves through the scientific world. What did these groundbreaking findings uncover? Why are the most seasoned experts now terrified at the prospect of delving deeper into this ancient grave? Join us as we explore the mysterious world of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's tomb, discovering why scientists are so terrified about what lies within. The rise of Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang, one of the most powerful figures in Chinese history, rose to immense power during his lifetime. Born around 259 BCE in the state of Xi'an, a place where his father had once been held captive, Qin Shi Huang became king at just 13 years old. Even as a child, he displayed extraordinary determination and a natural talent for conquest. Notably, Qin Shi Huang was not alone in his ambitious journey to unify China. He had the guidance of a brilliant advisor, Liu Buwei, who was instrumental in helping him consolidate his power and expand his kingdom. Alongside him was his trusted general, Wang Jian, who led his armies to numerous victories. Wang Jian's tactics combined diplomacy, deception, and formidable military strength to defeat their adversaries. Qin Shi Huang's campaign to conquer and unify the other 6 warring states began with the state of Han in 230 BCE and concluded with the annexation of Qi in 221 BCE. His systematic approach and the support of his skilled advisors and generals allowed him to achieve what many thought impossible, becoming the first emperor of a unified China. This series of conquests led to the unification of China under his rule, and he proclaimed himself its first emperor. However, Qin Shi Huang's ambitions extended far beyond merely ruling his empire. He dreamed of making it grander and more powerful. To achieve this, he initiated many significant reforms and projects. He standardized the writing system, currency, weights, measures, and laws throughout his empire, which made governance more efficient. Additionally, he built an extensive network of roads and canals to connect various regions, enhancing trade and communication. Among his most famous projects was the construction of the Great Wall, a colossal barrier that stretched thousands of kilometers along the northern border to protect against nomadic invaders. But Qin Shi Huang's vision wasn't limited to expanding his territory. He was also deeply interested in the unknown and mysterious. He sent bold expeditions to explore uncharted lands beyond his borders, driven by a relentless curiosity and a desire to uncover the secrets of the world. Moreover, Qin Shi Huang became fixated on achieving immortality, tirelessly seeking ways to live forever. As a forward-thinking and visionary leader, he left an indelible mark on ancient China. Under his reign, the once defeated Qin state was transformed into a mighty and flourishing empire. His rule, from 220 to 210 BCE, was marked by incredible achievements and groundbreaking innovations. However, his legacy is not without controversy. Alongside his remarkable accomplishments, there were also acts of destruction and tyranny. Qin Shi Huang was infamous for his harsh measures, such as the burning of books and the burial of scholars, which created an atmosphere of fear and resentment among the populace. His oppressive rule sparked uprisings and rebellions as people resisted his authoritarian grip. In the end, Qin Shi Huang's quest for immortality was cut short when he died during a routine inspection tour in 210 BCE. One of the most fascinating and enigmatic legacies he left behind is his mausoleum, known as the Mausoleum of the First Qin Emperor. This astonishing structure stayed hidden for thousands of years, its secrets waiting to be unveiled until the 20th century. The story of its discovery began in a simple way, when local farmers were digging a well in 1974. They had no idea that their everyday task would soon turn into a global sensation and a place of great archaeological significance. Ying, a resident of Yang village, became an unexpected hero when he and his fellow workers dug deeper into the ground. Using their shovels and picks, they uncovered several pieces of terracotta. At first, they didn't realize the importance of these fragments. Unaware of the treasure they had stumbled upon, the farmers reported their findings to local authorities. The news of this amazing discovery quickly spread, capturing the attention of Chinese archaeologists. Early expeditions were sent to explore the site, gradually revealing the immense scale and importance of the find. Secrets of China's Forbidden Tomb. The tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, is situated in the Lintong district of Xi'an in Shanxi province, an area steeped in ancient history. This monumental site is encircled by the renowned Terracotta Army, a vast collection of life-sized statues depicting soldiers, horses, and chariots, all carefully crafted to guard the emperor in the afterlife. Remarkably, despite extensive exploration of the surrounding area, the actual tomb has never been opened by archaeologists. This is largely due to the persistent and unsettling rumors of elaborate booby traps. Ancient historian Sima Qian, who wrote about the emperor over a century after his death, recounted that the tomb was designed to protect against intruders with mechanisms such as crossbows and arrows set to trigger upon entry. Adding to the tomb's enigma, historical accounts suggest that Qin Shi Huang's advisors used mercury, a highly toxic substance, to create artificial rivers and seas inside the tomb. This was intended to simulate the natural landscape and further deter any potential tomb raiders. Archaeological surveys have detected high levels of mercury in the soil around the tomb, lending some credibility to these ancient accounts. Despite these ominous warnings, modern archaeologists have treaded carefully around the site. Some scientists have even questioned the historical accuracy of these elaborate tales, considering them to be mythical embellishments. Yet the mixture of historical records and modern scientific findings continues to fuel the mystery surrounding Qin Shi Huang's final resting place. This blend of ancient lore and scientific inquiry keeps the fascination with his tomb alive, as researchers remain both cautious and curious about what lies beneath. In a groundbreaking 2020 study, researchers uncovered alarmingly high levels of mercury within the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. This discovery is particularly intriguing because it suggests that mercury, a highly volatile substance, may be escaping through tiny cracks in the tomb's structure. This event indicates that the tomb has been sealed and preserved in its original state for over 2 millennia. Qin Shi Huang, who ruled from 221 to 210 BC and is renowned for unifying China and commissioning the Terracotta Army, was deeply obsessed with achieving immortality. His quest for eternal life led him to consume vast quantities of mercury, believing it would grant him everlasting youth. Historical texts describe how his alchemists produced mercury pills, which they claimed would extend his life. Tragically, these so-called elixirs of life likely contributed to his demise at the age of 49, as mercury poisoning is known to cause severe health issues, including organ failure. Adding to the mystery, the tomb of Qin Shi Huang remains one of the most significant archaeological sites that has not been excavated. The massive underground complex, which includes a vast array of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots, is feared to be fragile. Archaeologists are cautious about initiating any excavation due to the risk of destabilizing the ancient structure and disturbing the delicate preservation of its contents. The high levels of mercury in the tomb offer a unique glimpse into the emperor's final days and his misguided quest for immortality. After local farmers made an astonishing discovery in 1974 that changed the understanding of ancient China, where they unearthed fragments of clay figures, which led to a major archaeological excavation. This excavation uncovered a sprawling underground complex with numerous pits, each filled with thousands of life-sized terracotta statues. These statues, collectively known as the Terracotta Army, are not just remarkable for their size, but also their intricate details. Each figure is uniquely crafted, with individual facial expressions, hairstyles, and even distinctive clothing. The Terracotta Army was created to protect the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, and established the Qin dynasty. The army includes warriors, chariots, horses, and even non-military figures like acrobats and musicians, reflecting the diverse aspects of ancient Chinese society. Remarkably, the army was buried in an elaborate underground complex designed to replicate the emperor's imperial guard, ensuring his protection in the afterlife. The tomb of Qin Shi Huang itself remains a tantalizing mystery. Despite extensive archaeological work around the site, the emperor's actual burial chamber has yet to be excavated. This has preserved its secrets for over 2,000 years. The Terracotta Army and the burial site have been recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites, underscoring their immense historical and cultural significance. Archaeologists are cautious about opening the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, for several reasons beyond just the presence of booby traps. The main concern is the risk of damaging or losing valuable historical information, especially given the invasive techniques commonly used in archaeology today. This risk is similar to the damage caused during the 1870s excavation of Troy by Heinrich Schliemann's team, which revealed how risky digging into ancient sites can be. To avoid these problems, scientists are exploring non-invasive methods. One promising technique involves using muons, tiny particles created when cosmic rays collide with Earth. Muons can act like advanced X-rays, allowing researchers to look inside the tomb without actually opening it. While this method is still not widely used, it represents a safer alternative. Additionally, the immediate danger of booby traps within the tomb and the presence of mercury, another hazardous element, add to the reasons why no attempts have been made to open the tomb yet. These factors combined make the task both risky and complex. The mysteries of Qin Shi Huang's tomb. Archaeologists are currently intensifying their excavation efforts at the mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang, a site dating back to the 3rd century BC. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, ruled over the largest unified kingdom in the Far East. His reign, which established the Qin dynasty, was renowned for its military conquests, economic growth, and remarkable technological advancements. One of the most striking aspects of his rule was his ambitious project to build an elaborate tomb, which began when he was only 13 years old. This monumental undertaking was located near the ancient capital of Xi'an and required a massive workforce, including hundreds of thousands of laborers, artisans, and soldiers. The tomb complex includes the famous Terracotta Army, a vast collection of life-sized clay soldiers, horses, and chariots designed to accompany and protect the emperor in the afterlife. Despite the extensive efforts to explore and study the mausoleum, large portions remain buried. Legends suggest that the tomb is filled with unimaginable treasures and intricate decorations, potentially including a replica of the emperor's palace, complete with rivers of mercury and elaborate traps to deter grave robbers. Recent discoveries and technological advancements, such as ground-penetrating radar and satellite imagery, continue to uncover new details about this ancient marvel. Qin Shi Huang's tomb, the final resting place of China's first emperor, is located about 35 kilometers east of Xi'an, strategically nestled between the lush Lishan Mountains to the south and the winding Wei River to the north. According to traditional Chinese geomancy, the landscape around the tomb is thought to resemble a dragon, with Li Mountain symbolizing the dragon's eye. Li Mountain was once a towering peak, but over 2,000 years of natural erosion have reduced its height. Today, it is blanketed in verdant vegetation and spans roughly 1 square mile, an area comparable in size to the Great Pyramid of Giza. The grandeur of Qin Shi Huang's tomb extends far beyond its physical dimensions. The emperor was deeply invested in the idea of immortality and an elaborate afterlife. He envisioned his tomb as a sprawling city, both above ground and below, complete with a vast network of subterranean chambers. This monumental project, which began around 210 BCE, includes over 8,000 life-size terracotta soldiers, each uniquely crafted to protect him in the afterlife. The Terracotta Army, discovered in 1974 by local farmers, is divided into several pits and features infantry, cavalry, and chariots, highlighting the emperor's military skills and his belief in a grand, secure afterlife. The tomb complex is an architectural marvel that mirrors the layout of the ancient capital, Xianyang, with a grid-like pattern and intricate design. The Terracotta Army. One of the most amazing and breathtaking discoveries in this massive tomb is the Terracotta Army. This incredible find is a standout in archaeology, making it one of the most surprising and impressive discoveries of the 20th century. The sheer size of the Terracotta Army is astonishing. It includes over 8,000 life-sized soldiers, 130 impressive chariots, 520 beautifully detailed horses, and 150 brave cavalry horses. These incredible statues are carefully organized across 3 large pits within the expansive mausoleum. Each figure is meticulously placed to reflect its specific role and rank in the military, showcasing an extraordinary level of detail. The result is an astonishingly detailed portrayal of a grand army, standing with an air of readiness as if waiting for their commander's strategic orders. What truly fascinates both visitors and historians is the unique individuality of each terracotta soldier. No 2 of these impressive statues are the same. Each one features a distinct set of facial features, expressions, hairstyles, and clothing. This meticulous attention to detail not only reflects the high level of skill possessed by the ancient Chinese artisans, but also reveals insights into the social and military hierarchies of the time. These terracotta figures, part of the Terracotta Army buried near the tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, were crafted during the late 3rd century BCE. The statues vary in size and rank, with soldiers, archers, and cavalrymen all representing different roles within the army. The artisans employed an advanced method for their time. They used molds for the basic body parts and then hand-finished each statue to give it its unique features. This process allowed for mass production while still achieving individual characteristics. These individual parts, much like pieces of a grand puzzle, were skillfully put together to create the impressive statues. Even with this precise assembly, the artisans didn't forget to add a personal touch. After putting the statues together, each terracotta warrior was given its own unique and detailed facial features, making each one distinct and special. The Terracotta Army does more than just show facial expressions. It vividly represents the lives of the soldiers, including their clothing, weapons, and even their unique hairstyles. These details aren't just for decoration. They reveal the soldiers' rank and role in Emperor Qin Shi Huang's enormous army. Each figure reflects its position. Archers stand with bows drawn, infantrymen hold their weapons ready, generals show their commanding presence, and charioteers are set to lead. The uniforms of the terracotta warriors are more than just decorations. They tell a story about their roles and duties. Archers are shown with quivers full of arrows, infantrymen wear sturdy armor and hold spears, and generals wear elaborate, ornate clothing. The weapons carried by these ancient soldiers aren't just for show. They are functional and were made with great skill. Crossbows, arrows, spears, and swords were crafted so well that some still have their sharp edges after more than 2,000 years. This shows how advanced the Qin dynasty's metalworking was. Recent research even suggests that some of these weapons were coated with a layer of chrome to protect them, highlighting the technological progress of the time. The placement of the Terracotta Army is also highly significant. They are arranged in 3 large pits located to the east of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's burial mound. This strategic positioning was likely meant to protect the emperor's tomb from potential threats from the eastern regions that he had conquered. These pits were cleverly designed with hallways, barriers, and ramps to make moving around and accessing different areas easier. The Terracotta Army isn't just a remarkable military display. It also gives us a deep look into the society and culture of the Qin dynasty. The variety of soldiers from different regions and ethnic backgrounds highlights the emperor's goal of creating a unified empire. This shows his efforts to bring together various cultures and people under one rule. Additionally, the tools, weapons, and clothing of the terracotta warriors provide a snapshot of the technology, fashion, and daily life of their time. Their outfits show the popular styles of the era, while their weapons and tools reveal the advanced skills and craftsmanship of the Qin dynasty. These soldiers act like time capsules, preserving the spirit of their civilization for future generations to discover. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the heart of China's Shanxi province, beneath a mound of earth that had withstood centuries of change, lay the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. For years, the tomb had remained untouched, a relic of ancient history encased in mystery. Scientists were both eager and hesitant to uncover its secrets, but a recent discovery turned their curiosity into sheer terror. In the months leading up to the planned excavation, archaeologists uncovered a series of intricate booby-trapped tunnels leading to the tomb. These tunnels were filled with mercury rivers, designed to mimic the mythical rivers that flowed through the afterlife. But what chilled the scientists to their core was not the ancient technology or the deadly traps. It was the discovery of an ancient, detailed manuscript buried alongside the emperor's Terracotta Army. The manuscript, written in a forgotten script, was finally deciphered. It spoke of a curse that would befall anyone who dared to disturb the emperor's eternal rest. The curse was not mere superstition. It described, in unnerving detail, the exact fate of anyone who opened the tomb, a fate that matched the sudden and inexplicable deaths of several workers involved in the excavation preparations. Frightened, yet fascinated, the scientific team hesitated. Reports of strange, ghostly figures seen around the site at night and the inexplicable malfunctions of their equipment added to the growing fear. The most chilling moment came when a seasoned archaeologist, who had dismissed the curse as a legend, was found lifeless, clutching a fragment of the tomb's entrance. As the decision loomed, an air of dread settled over the team. The promise of unparalleled historical insight warred with the palpable fear of an ancient curse that seemed all too real. Scientists from around the world watched, terrified and intrigued, as the opening of Qin Shi Huang's tomb became the most dangerous and mysterious archaeological venture of the century. Could this be the first real proof of ancient curses with tangible consequences? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section below. Exquisite bronze chariots. Near the grand mausoleum of Emperor Qin Shi Huang, where the renowned Terracotta Army stands guard, archaeologists made another incredible discovery. 2 perfectly preserved bronze chariots with majestic bronze horses, found just 20 meters west of the main site. These chariots, celebrated for their intricate craftsmanship and breathtaking beauty, are treasures in Chinese archaeology. The magnificence of the bronze chariots isn't just in their appearance. They provide a deep insight into the advanced technology, cultural beliefs, and societal values of the Qin dynasty. Each chariot had a unique purpose, with their designs, sizes, and decorations reflecting their specific roles. The most prominent of these chariots, often referred to as the High Chariot, is remarkable for its larger size and commanding presence, featuring taller wheels and a sturdy build. This chariot was primarily a war chariot, drawn by 4 bronze horses, symbolizing its military use. Its design featured a highly compartmentalized structure, giving commanders excellent visibility to oversee the battlefield, direct troops, and engage in warfare with remarkable precision. The high walls of this war chariot provided vital protection against enemy arrows and projectiles, ensuring the safety of those inside. Within, a variety of carefully crafted weapons, umbrellas, and tools demonstrated its battle readiness, showcasing thorough preparation and strategic foresight. The second chariot, known as the Low Chariot, is a testament to extraordinary craftsmanship. Fully designed with intricate details, it hints at its ceremonial and ritualistic purposes. Drawn by a magnificent team of 4 horses, this splendid chariot exudes royal splendor. Its gracefully lower stature sets it apart, conveying a sense of dignity and leisure. Adorned with elaborate carvings and ornamental details, every aspect of this chariot was intended to serve as a luxurious vehicle for the emperor's personal and leisurely outings. Unlike the chariots built for the harsh demands of warfare, this chariot is a dazzling display of the emperor's splendor and immense wealth. The reins and bridles of the horses are intricately crafted, and the chariot itself is adorned with breathtaking decorations, each detail revealing the exceptional skill of Qin artisans. The texture of the horses' manes and the delicate patterns on the chariot's wheels are so precisely executed that they seem to almost come alive, as if they could move with the fluidity of real life. These stunning bronze chariots, discovered near Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum in China, have ignited passionate discussions among historians and archaeologists around the world. They are part of a vast burial complex that includes the renowned Terracotta Army, showcasing the grand vision and meticulous planning of the Qin dynasty. Historians think that these ancient chariots were much more than just ornate objects. They had a mix of symbolic and practical roles. Crafted with great care and advanced metalworking techniques of the time, these chariots were likely symbols of the emperor's power in the afterlife. They might have been designed to transport him in comfort and style on his spiritual journey. Made mostly of bronze and decorated with lavish gold and silver accents, these chariots reflect the immense wealth and skill of the Qin dynasty. They showcase the impressive metalworking and artistic abilities of ancient China. Each chariot offers a glimpse into the sophisticated engineering and creative design of the era. Recent scientific studies have uncovered detailed designs and inscriptions on these chariots, suggesting they were not just ceremonial, but also had functional aspects. These discoveries deepen our understanding of ancient Chinese burial customs and imperial rituals, showing how the Qin dynasty aimed to immortalize its rulers and their legacies forever. The mystical realm of Mercury rivers. Since the discovery of the terracotta warriors, archaeologists have thoroughly investigated the area around them, revealing a complex network of 180 separate sites. These sites include miniature versions of offices, towers, walls with gates, gardens, lakes, and various animals, entertainers, and decorative items. It seems that Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, sought to achieve immortality through an extraordinary method by creating an entire replica of his world connected to his tomb. Artisans from his time meticulously carved a map of the entire Qin kingdom into the floor of his tomb, while the ceiling was adorned with jewels to simulate the sky. Additionally, they used quicksilver to recreate the rivers and oceans, adding to the realism of this underground realm. The only historical record of Qin Shi Huang's tomb comes from the Shiji, or Records of the Grand Historian, written by Sima Qian, who was a historian during the Han Dynasty. This account was compiled about a century after the emperor's death. According to Sima Qian's description, the tomb was so elaborate it seemed almost too incredible to be real. It is believed that around 700,000 laborers were employed to build this enormous space, which was filled with bronze artifacts. After carving their way through 3 rivers, ancient artisans are said to have meticulously crafted a stunning replica of the entire Qin kingdom on the floor of the tomb. They adorned the ceiling with precious gemstones to replicate the night sky and used liquid mercury to simulate rivers and oceans. Mercury, a rare and highly toxic substance, was believed to have life-preserving powers in ancient China, which added an extraordinary layer of mystique to the tomb. Remarkably, a specialized mechanism was reportedly designed to keep the mercury rivers flowing continuously. This elaborate setup would have required enormous amounts of mercury, potentially tens of thousands of tons. Given Emperor Qin Shi Huang's vast resources and authority, it's plausible that such a project could have been undertaken, though some experts remain skeptical about its feasibility. Since the tomb remains sealed and unexplored, many details of this description are still unverified. In 2005, a groundbreaking research team led by Chinese archaeologist Duan Qingbo used advanced technology like ground-penetrating radar, electrical resistance tomography, and core samples from the surrounding area to create a detailed computer-generated image of the tomb's interior. This imaging revealed a colossal pyramid-like structure with a central chamber as large as a football field, believed to be the resting place of Emperor Qin Shi Huang. This chamber aligns with historical accounts of the tomb's grandeur, and further studies suggest that the tomb may contain intricate hidden features reflecting the elaborate descriptions of the mercury rivers. The tomb, part of the larger mausoleum of the first Qin emperor, is surrounded by a sprawling necropolis, including the famous Terracotta Army, which was buried to protect the emperor in the afterlife. Despite ongoing research, many aspects of this ancient marvel remain a tantalizing mystery. The team analyzed 4,000 core samples for traces of mercury vapor, and the results were striking. Elevated mercury levels were found in nearly all of the samples, especially those from the area surrounding the burial chamber. This discovery suggests that there may have been actual rivers of liquid mercury encircling the tomb of the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. Remarkably, these mercury traces are believed to be part of an elaborate replica of the emperor's empire, which could be as large as a football field. This finding is significant because it supports ancient historical accounts and legends about the emperor's mausoleum. According to these accounts, the tomb was designed to represent the emperor's realm and included detailed features like simulated rivers and mountains, all adorned with mercury to mimic the rivers and lakes of his empire. Despite the extensive labor force involved in constructing this grand mausoleum, historical records about its interior and contents are alarmingly scarce. The emperor, known for his quest for immortality and his autocratic rule, is said to have ordered the execution of many workers involved in the tomb's construction. It is believed that he had them buried alive within the mausoleum's walls to ensure that the tomb's secrets would never be revealed. This brutal practice of safeguarding secrets reflects the emperor's ruthless approach to power and control. The tomb's complex and secretive nature raises ethical questions about whether it should remain sealed in honor of those workers who perished in its construction. As technology advances, there is hope that non-invasive methods, such as ground-penetrating radar and advanced imaging techniques, might allow scientists to explore the tomb's contents more deeply without disturbing its sanctity. This ongoing quest for knowledge could one day reveal more about the elaborate construction and the fascinating history surrounding one of China's most legendary rulers. What are your thoughts about this unbelievable Qin Shi Huang tomb discovery that shocked scientists? Let us have your opinions in the comment below.